Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love and Marriage Detroit, Season 1, Episode 8. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. Okay? Because this right here is giving Groundhog's Day. The same thing keeps happening over and over and over again. It's giving Sweet Valley High. Now, I know I'm probably showing my age, and if y'all don't know what Sweet Valley High is, honey, I feel sorry for you. Hop on the Googler and see exactly what Sweet Valley High is, and that's what this is giving, child. Now, let's get into it. When the episode first opens up, the ladies are still at this shut up and pray brunch. I wish they would get the first part of it right and shut the hell up. Okay? So Christina is still acting like she didn't lie. Girl, you lied. LaToya is still looking crazy. Girl, get it together. After Kobe is the one who started it all, here she comes sashaying over. Girl gone. LaToya said Brandon and Anthony need to talk. Christina is saying that Anthony is lying, and LaToya is like, my husband is not a liar. Kobe said, well, you know, we need to have a group conversation. Do you want me to set it up? Christina said, no, ma'am, Pam. I don't want you doing nothing for me. We'll talk about it on the trip. What is wrong with y'all? If somebody comes and ruins one of my events, and I go and ruin one of theirs, and then we go and ruin a group trip, I'm not going on another trip with you. It ain't gonna happen, Captain. But I mean, this is reality TV, so let's get into it. Christina wasn't feeling her, pulling her to the side of her event. Yeah, I feel like it was the wrong time and the wrong place to talk to her about it. Because the thing is, if you stand for, I don't like confrontation, I don't like these things out in public, and then you do said things, then you ain't no better than Christina. I mean, let's just keep it real. Moving forward. So after all that went down, Christina was like, girl, let me go over here and see if these people shutting up and if these people praying. I got to go. Deuces. So Kobe and LaToya, they leave. And LaToya was like, look, girl, you ride with me? Because if you ain't riding with me, I'm about to go. Okay, I'm finna be on the I-10 by 10. In the next scene, everybody is meeting up, getting ready to go on this couple's trip. Johnny Bravo and his wife, they're also going. Everybody meets so they can ride together on the Sprinter. So they get on the bus. LaToya wants them to play this game called Out of Bounds. She said it's the black version of Taboo. So here go Anthony in the confessional. Why everything got to be called a black version? Why not? You got a problem with it? You are black, right? Okay. Please don't get me started, honey. Please do not get me started. So it's going to be the men versus the women. They start playing this game. It seems like everybody's getting along. Everybody's high-fiving, having a good time. Everything's all good. They finally arrive to the house. Now, let me just say this to y'all. The house and this scenery was breathtaking. I said, baby, that's what I'm working toward. That right there. Let me tell y'all something, honey, because this episode ain't giving nothing, honey. So let me tell y'all a story time. It's not really a story time or whatever. What I am working for is just to get me an acre of land to build me a beautiful home on. Not too big, not too small, just right. And just live peacefully, honey, and look out at the scenery and build me a garden in the backyard, honey. That to me is what I'm aspiring to do. Not this mess here, child. Anywho, the house was beautiful. That's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So everybody goes to find their rooms and they're getting settled before dinner. Each couple is talking about the mess with LaToya and Christina. At this point, they may as well add Bravo and his wife to the group because they give a neutral party. And this trip is giving that trip that Love and Marriage Huntsville took, season 2. I think it was season 2 when Mel told Tell that she was pregnant. Y'all remember when Mel had the long bangs with the short sides? Y'all remember? Listen, I do not review Love and Marriage Huntsville no more, but this whole cast, I got something for y'all. I think you're so uncool. I think you're acting a fool, and all my friends be roasting you. Shout out to Melody, honey, and shout out to Melody, honey. Melody has her own network. Do you hear me? Checkmate. Okay, she over there owning networks while Hotel is over there not being able to pay a $1,500 check. Catch it. Moving forward. So in the kitchen, Kobe and Russell, they're cooking. Christina and Brandon feel like they have a target on their back. And do. Okay, I just want you to and do. So they get to the dinner. LaToya's like, I'm so happy that Russell cooked. Here go Anthony being obnoxious. I mean, he stole some recipes from a chef. It don't matter. You still gonna eat it, ain't you? Okay. So LaToya wants them to put everything out on the table so they can enjoy themselves. Like, let's just get it all out. I got a problem with you. I got a problem with you. Let's fix it. Brandon gives this fake apology. Okay, now it was fake, phony than a $4 bill. Now, this is just my opinion. Talking about, well, Kobe, I apologize. It wasn't revenge for what you said at the winery. I was just trying to be funny. Sure you were. You were not just trying to be funny. You said it and you meant it. Stand on it. Okay, you just scared of Russell and you ain't fooling me. So Kobe was like, well, I accepted or whatever, but now the trust is broken because I'm going to feel like everything I'm doing, you're going to say that I'm copying off of Kobe. Let's just move on, honey. Let's move on. You do your thing and she going to do her thing. I mean, we could say y'all copying right now on the way here. Both of y'all are wearing neutrals. Like, let's just let it go. Okay, let's just let it go. So then Christina brings up how she didn't appreciate how her brunch ended. And so LaToya was like, I apologize for saying things to you at your brunch. And Christina said, I had a meeting with Brittany and she told me that Anthony said that we didn't like her. But then she continues to lie on Brittany and say, she did say the Harrises were brought up. But were they though? Were they brought up? Okay, because when you sat down with Brittany, she adamantly stated that he did not bring up Kobe and Russell. She said that. And y'all don't wonder how they're going to clean this mess up at the reunion. So Christina said, I told her that, she doesn't even know Kobe for her to have a problem with her. Now, unless this was edited out, you just sat there and lied. You did not say to Brittany, well, Kobe doesn't even know you to have a problem with you. I don't understand. None of that was said. Am I watching the same show? Baby, this must be on the OWN after show. The ones that be putting down on the YouTube. I don't know. But this right here don't make no sense to me. So Anthony was like, well, I never mentioned them, period. Okay, city girl, period. That damn Anthony. So Bravo is like, okay, this is all this he say, she say, Brit say. So let's talk to Brittany. So Anthony calls her bluff and said, well, let's call her. I know Christina wish she would have shut up and prayed, honey, because she did not want Anthony to call that woman. Now, some people can say, well, why would Anthony call Brittany? I'm down for getting down to the bottom of it. I don't have time to keep on arguing with you. Let's get the person on the phone that you said it so everybody can hear and then we can move on. So I was down with him calling Brittany. I'm sorry. So they get Brittany on the line and Anthony is asking her if he said anything about Russell and Kobe. She was like, no, you didn't say anything about them. He said, I said Brandon specifically, right? And she said, yeah, you didn't say anything about Kobe and Russell. She said that he never mentioned them at all. So then Brandon pipes up like, Brittany, I never said that I have a problem with you and I don't even have a reason to say that. And so Anthony is like, well, that's a blatant lie. Brandon said, Anthony, you get a lot of things wrong. Like you misconstrue a lot of, conversations that are being had. Now, I'm going to say this. This is for me. There's not 1 ounce of me that believes Brandon. Not one. Now, I can't stand Anthony either, but I don't for 1 second believe Brandon. Based off the fact that he came into the season a liar. Then on top of that, he just sat there and lied to Kobe talking about, I was playing when I said Kobe Cat. Now, we could have believed that you were playing had you not in the episode prior to that said to your wife, oh, she's swagger jacking you. Everything you do, she's swagger jack. You're lying. You're just a liar. Okay, I mean, it's giving lies, child. Moving forward. I mean, you're proven to be a liar. I'm just saying. So after that, he hung up the phone with Brittany. This is too messy in high school for me. Brittany better than me because I wouldn't work with none of y'all. Do you hear me? Not none of y'all. Don't call my line. As soon as you call me, we're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please hang up and try your call again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. Baby, you would not be able to get me. Do you hear me? Baby, you be looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight. I'm not about to play with you. So Kobe was asking, well, how are things with, the friendships? Everybody's good. How are things going? How are we going to move forward? Just sit back, Kobe. I always taking a survey. So Brandon said that he and Anthony are agreeing to disagree. So she was like, will that affect your friendship? He said, no, nothing that's going on here is going to make me not want to be friends with you. But then he turns right around and says in the confessional, I don't rock with Brandon at all. I can't be cool with somebody that's going to call me a liar. Well, why didn't you say that? I cannot stand a confessional gangster. Say it to him. What Brandon gonna do? He don't look like he can bust a grape. Do you hear me? And if you need backup, tag me in. Like, hell, you could tag in your wife if you need somebody to help you take him down. Why are you acting like you are afraid of these men? Say it to him. Nah, dude, I don't rock with nobody that's calling me a liar. Like, that's not good for me. But then you're going to flip-flop. See, it's what I'm talking about right here. This is a lie. You're a liar. I just can't be, no. Anywho, one thing I can say, Anthony does get on my damn nerves, but I respect that he will at least say it to your face. That's the one thing that I can respect about him. As annoying as he is, he gonna say it to your face. So Brandon, I would like for you to take notes. So they end the night in prayer, and it's the next morning. So everybody's talking about the night before. They all basically feel like it was crazy, but they don't know who lying. Bravo is like, I think Brittany lying. Nah, nope, sorry, Bravo. It's Christina. It's not Brittany. Christina is lying. We saw it on tape. Colby and Russell, on the other hand, they're like, well, I mean, it's something missing. Like, there's some gaps in the story. And they really felt like Christina's reactions were kind of off, and her facial expressions were looking like, gotcha. Maybe she got caught in the act, honey. Shout out to Tammy Roman. So Christina is over there talking to Brandon, and she feels like she is confused as to why Anthony even brought Brandon's name up. So Brandon was like, well, I mean, it's a silent beef between families. Okay, it's us versus them. It's given the early 90s, honey, East Coast versus West Coast. Now, I don't know why y'all beefing, like y'all Big and Pac, but y'all need to get it together. Okay, y'all really need to get it together because we're really arguing over nothing. Okay, it's giving absolutely nothing. He thinks that they're going out of their way to make their life miserable when they are not treating them that way. Over on the other side, Anthony and LaToya, they're going to a business meeting at the winery before the rest of the group comes so they can take a tour of it. Toya and Anthony get to the winery for the tour so they can see the inner workings of it all. Side note, Russell, baby, you be cooking according to the cast, okay? You be cooking. Let me tell y'all something. I love when a man cooks for me. And it's so crazy because a lot of men are really good cooks. And some of them cook better than their spouse. But you would never know it because, sometimes they take a back seat or the woman does most of the cooking. But I love a man that can throw down in the kitchen. Do you hear me? That is sexy to me. So anywho, the rest of the crew are on their way there, and so they're on the bus and they're talking about Anthony and Brandon is like, yeah, I mean, he's still calling me a liar. So Russell is like, so it's not squashed? What's wrong with y'all? Now, he is calling you a liar, and I personally feel like you are, but stand up for yourself and stop telling everybody else and tell it to him. So Christina was like, I just need some clarity because LaToya makes me feel like everything is my fault. She always takes sides before she even gets to hear my side of it. And I have to agree with that. LaToya, she don't see it for you like that, girl. She just don't see it for you like that. She feels like LaToya targets her. Colby was like, well, I got to apologize about the whole Brittany thing because I'm the one that told LaToya that. Christina's like, yeah, I hear you, girl, but she really has it out for me aside from the Brittany stuff. Like when we were at the skating rink, she was talking to me when me and you were arguing. Back over with LaToya and Anthony, they're in the confessional, and LaToya's like, a lot of them have never been to a vineyard. Here go Anthony. Oh, some of them don't even drink wine. And so what? That does not make y'all better than. You aren't upper echelon because you drink wine. Okay, it's giving judgy boots. Like, okay, y'all introducing them to wine. And what else is going on? So they walk up to the table, and Anthony and LaToya are like, well, Colby and Russell, sit next to me, sit next to us. Oh, baby, let me tell y'all something. Every time I watch reality TV, I see why it would never be for me. I don't like passive aggressiveness. I don't like pettiness, unless it's me being pretty and petty. And I don't have time to fake the funk. If I don't like you, you will know it. And you will not play in my face these little kitty games. Don't sit next to her. Sit next to me, Colby. We're friends. I would have to cuss you out. I mean, God ain't through with me yet, honey. I would have to cuss you out. So they sit down, they're trying the wines, and Colby is giving LaToya her flowers and trying to get a brand deal out of it, and she ain't fooling me. They go out to take some pictures because Colby wants LaToya to know that, you really need to utilize social media. It's free marketing. So she's doing some poses and helping her take some pictures, just really trying to bring her out of her shell. And as they were doing it, I was thinking to myself, baby, it is super obvious that they don't really mess with Christina. I mean, it is obvious. If you do not see it, I don't know what to tell you. And I feel like it's childish. I really do. So they leave the winery, and it's finally time for them to unwind because they've had a jam-packed schedule. Now, I don't know how jam-packed it is, but this is what Russell was saying. All I saw y'all do was eat, get up, eat, get on the bus, drink, and get back over there on the beach. I mean, y'all, what have y'all really been doing? But anywho, the men go one way, the women go their separate ways. So the men are out there throwing the ball around, and Bravo brings up the showcase. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? Anthony is like, yeah, I'm putting Lyrique on there too. Brandon said, what? Okay, so he's trying to sabotage me at this point. It's got to be a pattern. First the DJ, then he only gave me 3 slots on my showcase, and now Lyrique, and you know we ain't cool? Now he's saying I'll listen to confessional because y'all know he ain't saying it to Anthony. So Brandon tells Anthony that he's not good with Lyrique being in this showcase because he has been trying to snake clients from him since the beginning. Here go Anthony talking about, well, he gonna be there. And again, see, I would have to cuss Anthony out. Because no, you're not about to just make all the decisions and then tell me later. You are trying to push them out. And what I really think it is, I think that Anthony and LaToya want to be the it couple. They want to be the Mel and Martell of Detroit. That's not going to work. We don't like you, Anthony. We don't give a damn. Okay? We don't like none of y'all, really. I mean, if we really want to be real. I mean, or is it just me? Because, I mean, it's giving nothing. But I would have to cuss you out because you don't make decisions and then come tell me later. Like, what? Anthony, you really act like a petulant child. You really do. Anthony claims that this is the first time he's ever heard about Lyrique trying to snake his clients. No matter what, which I don't believe that this is your first time hearing this. No matter what, he had already told you that they weren't cool. When y'all were sitting there listening to this song he had by Christina ready to play, seeming like he sits there and listens to it every night before he go to bed. You knew dang on well what you were doing. That's why you came in talking about, oh yeah, guess who else gonna be in it? Your friend. You know your friend gonna be there. You know exactly what you were doing. You're underhanded. And you're doing it because Brandon is allowing you to do it. So Brandon feels like he's hating. Anthony's like, you don't have anything for me to hate on. Absolutely nothing. I'm like, oh, child. Brandon said he has a target on his back. Anthony feels like he should be able to have someone from his staff there. Since when does Lyrique work for you? You said he was one of the top producers. Now he's under you. What exactly do you do? Like, I'm just so confused. I'm with Brandon on this one. Okay, I'm with Brandon. My name is on the showcase. The Star Factory is on the showcase. I don't want anybody there that's trying to one-up me. If you don't like me, why would I have you in my space? So they start getting in each other's face, and Anthony is like, if I had an issue with you, I would tell you. So Brandon's like, back up, bro. Back up. And that was the end of the episode. Anthony, if you had an issue with him, you would not tell him. You would do this passive-aggressive BS that you are doing now and bring in Lyrique to push him on out. Bringing the DJ to push him on out. Giving him 3 slots to push him out. That's what you would do. You wouldn't tell him because you ain't telling him. And you know you got a problem with it now. I don't know what kind of tension it is. I have my thoughts, but I'm going to keep it to myself. But y'all need to get it together. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.